think we'll just head on over to the Crystarium. Actually, no. We need to go back to Finale. Because we had just discovered those, we had just explored those ruins and found that Sorceress's tomb, which seemed to have something related to the Calamity. This doesn't really matter. We'll go to the Crystarium, and then we'll head over to the Rak'tika Greatwood. While we wait, I'll update the stream text. And now we'll fly on over to Rak'tika Greatwood. Anyway, let's talk to Y'shtola and continue on with 5.2 MSQ. An old friend. By all rights, you should be departing for the Crystarium, but Y'shtola does not seem ready to return. Although we learned not of the Ascians, the insight we gained into the Echo made our trip worthwhile. That's right, we figured out that, or we have assumed that the sorceress whose tomb that we broke into, we assumed that she had the Echo because of some of the writing, because of the story that the sisters over here, told us about. And that gives us some more insight onto what the Echo is. And like how it can be used. Anyway. Let's continue. Before we were to return to the Crystarium, however, there was a small matter I would attend to in Slitherbow. Might I trouble you to come with me? Thank you. After we arrive, we should have a brief word with Radar. I was wondering if we were going to stop at Slitherbow and see Renar. They seem to really like Y'shtola. Master Matoya. Right, I need to teleport. I don't need to fly everywhere. Hello, Renar. Renar appears to be in characteristically high spirits. Brilliant! It is so good to see you. You've arrived at a most opportune time. I was preparing a pot of my famous stew. Come, I will ready a place for you. I'm sorry, Renar, but we haven't the... Please, I insist. It will only take a minute. My apologies, Brilliant. It seems our return to the Crystarium will be delayed. But perhaps only for a bit, if you assist me with my work. I say work, but it is rather more of a chore. I must clean my chambers here in Slitherbow from top to bottom. If you would be so kind as to go and fetch a broom from Askir, we might finish before Renar is done cooking. So now she's just helping me with her chores? I'm sure there's more to this. A broom for Master Matoya? I cannot imagine why she would have need of such a thing, but here you are. It is old but sturdy and sure to suffice. Wait, her room is, yeah, over there. There's got to be more to this than just cleaning her old room. I trust Esgir was able to find a broom for us. Well worn. Good. This would prove difficult otherwise. Though I must say, I think I did rather well for not having a broom thus far. Yes, well, you weren't buried beneath a veritable avalanche of books when you entered, were you? Right. Anyway, it is time I finished cleaning with the help of that broom. She gonna go all Fantasia on us and enchant it? I mean, we saw Master Matoya had the cleaning brooms. You didn't honestly think I'd do it the old-fashioned way. That broom is more than capable of sweeping by itself. Or rather, it will be. Ahem. Time to rise, to swish and sweep. A tidy chamber you must keep. To this task you shall be bound, until no dust is to be found. And now it's a minion. In this one particular respect, I've no objections to following in Master Matoya's footsteps. In future, I may need you to remind me the pursuit of knowledge does not preclude other equally important duties, such as maintaining clean quarters for said pursuit. I will dearly miss this place, these people. Oh no, Renar's gonna be distraught. Master Matoya, pardon the interruption, but the stew is ready. Is something troubling you? You've been rather quiet. No, everything's fine, I assure you. It's been a long day, is all. I see. Y'shtola, thank goodness you're still here. Alpha Node? I thought you were following Ardbert. I was, though I'm sad to say I lost track of him shortly after entering these woods. He seems determined to traverse every elm of Novront in his quest to spread the truth of the Warriors of Light and the Flood. And it seems news of your address at the Crystarium precedes him at every destination, making his task all the more simple. It remains to be seen what end he encourages the people to become Warriors of Light themselves. But there is no denying that his words have struck a chord with many. Well, we're all agreed that this is just another Ascian ploy, yes? They've commandeered corpses before, and to no good end. I see no reason to think this time any different, especially when it's that of a fallen Warrior of Light. I doubt we'll learn more if we remain a step behind. His next destination is, in all likelihood, Slitherbow. Alize, are you certain you should be here? Shouldn't she be training or whatever? If you're concerned about Halric and the others, you needn't be. Their treatment is going well, but progress is slow and exhausting for all of us. The best thing I can do now is let them rest. So, I believe we were about to discuss how to arrange a meeting with our would-be Warrior of Light. Before visiting any towns or villages, Ardbert would hunt down and slay a nearby Sin Eater to earn the locals' trust. Our best chance of getting ahead of him is to find one before he does. Thankfully, Thancred and Reen are returned from the empty and have taken up the search. Reen believeth one may lurk beneath the boughs of woven oath. Then that is where we will start our search. Mr. Matoya. A warm bowl of stew will await your return. I look forward to it. I get the feeling she's not going to be eating that bowl of stew. Alright, where's Woven Oak? Over there. Let's head on over. Oh, did they already take care of it? Or did Ardward come in and just strike it down? I can sense no other sin eaters in the area. I hope this means Ardward will be coming this way soon.
If you are hoping to vent your frustrations on our eater friend here, I can only apologize.
Few as they are now, it took us no time at all to track it down.
That suits our purpose perfectly. Now we need only wait for Ardbert to arrive.
Weren't you two meant to be attending to the empty?
We were, and are, but we can hardly ignore the rest of the world. So we thought we might see how things were coming along. From what we can gather, the answer is strangely.
Right now, we think we can do more good here.
It is heartening to have all present.
Indeed. We will be glad of the additional hands should matters escalate.
Our quarry has come.
Insert cum meme here.
It seems I've lost this particular race. Although I suppose it's only fair. When we first met, it was I who outpaced you. Ravana, was it?
Is it time for a migraine? No.
But where are my manners? I wouldn't be here were it not for you, and I have yet to say a word of thanks.
Ooh. Extend a friendly fist. Ask whether he wishes Seto was here. Yeah, let's do that.
Poor fellow. He will be sorely missed.
Oh no, that's wrong. That's wrong. He knows he's not dead. Indeed, Ardbert. I thought you were supposed to be good at this. Yeah, let's go for the sarcastic answer.
Very well.
Oh, they
Let
added
us forego
quotes.
this pretense.
The quotes. Now, who is this?
After all, it was never you that I needed to deceive.
Wait, do we know this voice? I mean, obviously it's an Ascian.
Yes, it is I. Elidibus.
Okay, I didn't believe it would be Elidibus, but I guess...
Through your time in Emet Selk's imitation of our home, I dare say you have gained a better understanding of my role since last we met. Not that it matters.
We understand your role, emissary, but not your goal. What is it that you seek to achieve?
I seek to enact the will of the Convocation, of course. If it helps you to think of me as but another Ascian, no different in nature or purpose from the rest, you are welcome to do so.
Once, I would have said your goal was destruction alone. Now I understand that you fight for something you love, just as we do. Yet though we seem doomed to clash, I bid you consider Emmett Selk's final words. Remember that we once lived, he said. Had he not seen some glimmer of hope in our kind, I do not believe he would have spoken thus.
None better understood your plight than he. His words must surely be worthy of your consideration.
Emmett Selk. How very unlike you to err so gravely.
Huh?
That one should stray at the end of so onerous a path is understandable. But I had thought you above such weakness. Mayhap you thought the same. Would that I had been present to offer correction. But I shall do so now, as is my duty, and return all to its proper course. As for you, look at yourselves. Look at your history. Look back 100 short years to how your greatest warriors were undone. And now, at but a word from me, you raise your hands in answer like the puppets you are. Naught has changed. You fail, and you fail, and you learn nothing. Allow that which is most important to slip through your fumbling fingers like so many grains of sand, again and again and again, and you would remember us. You do forget yourselves.
He's got a point, though.
There is no common ground to be found between you and I, nor do I require any. I have my duty.
I'll keep saying it.
Wait!
The direction on these cutscenes improved a ton in Shadowbringers. The direction and camera work.
Well, we have confirmed the identity of our foe at least, and 'tis safe to say his objective is the rejoining.
But we still have no idea how playing the part of a warrior of light will further his cause, nor why he would spur others to do the same.
Another visit to the Tempest may shed some light upon these mysteries. Whether we are to exchange words or blows with Elidibus at our next meeting, the fact remains, we know too little. Ere our paths cross again, I would learn more of the world that once was, and of Elidibus himself. In this, we would be best served going directly to his home, much as Emmett Selk came to ours.
Though I see the wisdom in thy suggestion, the Amarot we visited is but a phantom born of Emmett Selk's memory. I fear it will teach us little that we do not already know.
I mean, where else are we gonna go?
I quite agree. Yet the ruins of the actual city remain unexplored. Given the vastness of the Tempest, I should not be surprised were there more such structures like to those in which the Ondo reside.
There's ought to be learned, I want to know. For what want of a better option. As long as you don't make me do any more chores. I want to choose the funny answer. Yeah, we're doing the funny answer.
Keep that up and I'll send you to bed without supper.
Oh no. I thought that was what the scene was going to be.
Assuming we are all in agreement, then I suggest we first pay a visit to the Ondo.
They just
If
completely
anyone
stopped the
can tell us
music.
where more ruins are to be found, it is them.
And then Alphino just picks up right where we left off. More Gil. And then we're heading over to the Tempest. But first we gotta talk to Y'shtola and everyone around. Disdain and obfuscation. What is thy true desire, emissary? Thancred told me what La Habrea did to him. I can't imagine how he's feeling right now. I hate to leave him like that. Gods, they can't even let a man rest in peace. Am I the only one who sees the irony in Ardbert calling us puppets? Would that I found the words to deny Lidibus. We are so much more than he believes us to be, and yet everything he said is technically correct. Deep designs. Y'shtola would have to depart for the Tempest without delay. Alphanode has the right of it. Let us pay a visit to the Ondo. We should speak with Tolsh Oth first. As chieftain, he is doubtless privy to a great many secrets. In that case, let's head over to the the Tempest. We're gonna head over to the Tempest. I'm gonna try and save a tiny bit of gil by taking this. I don't think it'll actually save any much gil though. Take the Amaru Tamer over to Colusia, and then I'll teleport to the Tempest. Yeah, that probably didn't save almost any gil. Oh well. Need to talk to the chieftain of the Ondo. Maybe he'll be able to give us some idea of, like, where to explore. Okay, let's talk to everyone again. The last time we were here, the Ondo sent us to slay a massive creature. It was as large as Leviathan, twice as angry, and, yes, of course, I jest. It was only half as large. I'm glad we had the opportunity to visit the Tempest again. It's so lovely here, like a different world entirely. Mayhap we shall find secrets we seek in these depths, should their keepers consent to aid us. Perhaps we might look in on Puash Uan while we're in the area. Don't be shy now. This place feels much less ominous than the first time we were here. Then again, we did have the shadow of your impending death hanging over us. I sent no finless ones. Perhaps you instead come seeking something of us? Ruins which your kind have yet to come on. I know of one such place, alas, Under these circumstances, I am afraid we can spare none to guide you there. And what circumstances are these? Rather than hunt for their own meals, the Benthos have pillaged our stores of... How the heck do you even say that? Miniri? Yeah, Miniri liver. They must be replenished with haste. The Benthos, a particularly violent tribe of Ondo, if I recall. A band of bottom feeders. We all lost so much in the flood, but while others work to rebuild, they resort to thievery and murder. Revenge, they call it, when they prey upon your kind. But do not be fooled. They care not who they harm. Would that we had the warriors to challenge them. This is not the first time they've stolen from us, but there is no resource more precious than liver. All must dedicate themselves to the hunt. Unless, of course, we were to reclaim the livers for you. It seems a fitting payment for vital information, does it not? Moreover, one could agree that by employing Bismarck to reach these depths, thereby driving back the waters, we are in part responsible for the deeds of those driven to desperate ends by changing climes. One good turn, and all that. We certainly can't leave them like this. Could we not simply hunt the Miniri ourselves? I guess we'll do the second one. I thought you might say that. You've never been one to miss an opportunity to help. Reclaiming the stores it is, then. We would be grateful beyond words if you would. If you did. The Benthos have surely taken the livers back to the Flounder's floor, but be warned, there will be no shortage of guards waiting to spear intruders. Then we will have care not to draw their attention, shall we? Looks like we gotta do our totally real stealth mission. And by totally real stealth mission, I mean Final Fantasy XIV doing stealth. Actually, I believe there is at least one quest in Endwalker where you're sneaking around Garlemald. And then that's where you get the "This is Thancred" meme, I think. Obviously, I haven't done Endwalker yet, so I don't know. Let's head over to the other Ondo tribe and take back their food. Or whatever they use the liver for. I like the acoustic guitar for this track. Nervous? Me? Not at all. It's a bit dark though, isn't it? Definitely not haunted though. Certainly not. I love that running gag of Alphinaud being afraid of ghosts. There's not much of a threat one-on-one, but Tolshaoth was right about their numbers. If we fight them all, we'll be here a fortnight. Did someone say fortnight? Part of me wants to edit in something really cheesy, Fortnite-y, but I know I would hate myself if I did. So I'm supposed to go around there, but why would I do that when I am flying? Excuse me, sir, I'm trying to do a quest. This is Thancred. These aren't the livers, but they certainly stole from somewhere. Unless wheat has started growing on the sea floor since last I checked. Yeah, why do they have wheat? Thrusting your hand into each sack in turn, you find that all are filled with wheat down to the bottom. You also find the raw wheat is unpleasantly pointy. I would describe it more as bristly, but... Oh, there's Urianger. Let's talk to him too. Green scaled the wall with remarkable swiftness. Thancred taught her well. Proud Mamu Ryanje. Bedraggled box. These boxes are filled with assorted vegetables. Liver is not a vegetable. Okay. Flammy cask. On cursory sniff, you detect the faint aroma of fresh oranges, a far cry from the rather memorable scent of mineary liver. And where else should I look? Is there another room that I didn't check? Well, I mean, there's 2 rooms on the map. Bulbous bag. From the squelching noise they make when prodded and the vile stench, you can conclude that these bags are bursting with livers. Brilliant! Are those them? Perhaps you've deduced this already, but it seems the Benthos have been raiding Calusian storehouses as well as those of the Ondo. Oranges, pumpkins, wheat. But we can discuss this after we see the livers safely backed to Tolsh-Oth. It wouldn't do to keep him in suspense. Yep, let's head on back. We're gonna teleport. Alright. Tolsh-Oth, that's his name, right? But first, as usual, we're gonna talk to everyone to see what their dialogue is. Did you happen to see a bird while you were in the caves? Green insists there was one. But how? To venture ashore and steal from the Calusians entaileth unconsolable risk. Yet there is no denying the truth of our eyes. I know it sounds strange. There really was a bird in those caves. Part of me wants to go back to the caves just to see if there's actually a bird there. It'd be really interesting if there actually is. And I assume it's going to be some plot relevant. So the Benthos have been stealing supplies from the Calusians. I have a feeling that there is more to this. I'm glad you had better luck than I did. I spent the whole time fighting one Benthos after another. I am relieved to see you unspeared. Our precious livers. I knew you would not fail. We also found all the manner of foodstuffs from Calusia in the Flounder's floor. Tell me, Tolsh-Oth, does that seem odd to you? It is brazen to be sure. I'm reminded of rumors I've heard recently concerning a rash of thefts from Calusian warehouses. The perpetrators enter in the dead of night and are gone before anyone has realized what has happened. The Gilmoran army has been investigating, but thus far to no avail. Perhaps the reason they struggled so is that their quarry is in the sea. The true question, then, is what we mean to do about it. Much as I would like to proceed to the ruins without a further delay, we cannot allow the Benthos to carry on as they are. If I may, I believe that the ruins are, in fact, the key to the Benthos' plan. Is that so? These ruins, which lie deep within the illuminated land, are recently discovered. We have seen signs that the Benthos are preparing to claim them with all haste. We could not fathom why, but in light of the knowledge that they have been stockpiling resources, it's clear that their queen will soon give birth. They require space to raise their youth, and food for both the queen and hatchlings to thrive. Well, we can hardly fault them for that. Under normal circumstances, perhaps, but conditions in the Tempest are far from suitable for spawning. Its resources barely able to sustain our current population. There is only one reason they would disregard this. Seek to build an army, and with it take revenge upon the Finless. It is not a surprise. They came to us not long ago, seeking allies for the cause. We rebuffed them. Of course, the suffering of others will not serve as a balm to their own. Their queen, however, desires only bloodshed, and will gladly send her children to die in her stead. If they plan to wage war, then that changes matters considerably. Indeed. I doubt that this can be resolved without violence, but perhaps with a show of force we can convince them to see reason before the die is cast. I would rather not risk people in the attempt. If we travel to the illuminated land, is there a way we might identify the ruins ourselves? Yes. Once you reach its depths, go deeper still. You will see a monstrous structure there upon the seafloor. That you have come to us now is the will of the Ancient Ones. They have guided you here that you may drive out the usurpers. Those who seek to use their magnificent creations with a vile purpose. I have no doubt that they will show you the way forward. I'm afraid that the dead do not speak quite so clearly. Nevertheless, we shall try not to disappoint. If what we seek lieth deeper still, beyond Almorat, I would call upon the assistance of another. Let's see, which one do I want here? I mean, there's no real point in me selecting one of these, because I'm just gonna replace it with, I'm just gonna end up replacing it with Tombstone gear. But I'll grab the healer one, since I think that's the lowest level ones I have. Let me switch over to Scholar. Yeah, so some of those were an upgrade. Let's talk to everyone again. I would not care for what happened in Limsa to be repeated a world away. The Benthos know not what they do. Is it wrong for me to be a bit excited? I know the circumstances are grave, but imagine what those ruins might hold. It doesn't feel all that honorable or heroic to strike first, but if it leads to less bloodshed in the end... The will of the ancients. If only it were so simple. Why do these people always turn out to be so much more complex than they seem? Couldn't we have a simple, straightforward adventure for once? The good guy's good, the bad guy's bad, no drama or intrigue, and it all ends with tea and tarts. Unfortunately, Alizé, that's usually not how it plays out.